are now. Stop number 8. We're actually at another unconformity. It's a little hard to spot in the cliff right here. We're going to get a little closer to it though, because we can. And look at it. And you can see the first sign we have of an unconformity is this sort of, again, layer of cobbles. That's one of our first checks. Often that is a good sign of an unconformity. That's floating stuff there. So let's get a little closer and take a closer look at the cobbles. What's really incredible is if you compare the cobbles in the bottom here versus the cobbles at the top, you will see that the cobbles have completely different lithologies. They're made from completely different rock layers, types of rocks, even though they're about roughly the same shape and size. Their mineralogy, their crystal structure is quite a bit different. Rocks that you'll see in the upper layer, that sort of base of the scripts, potentially about Soledad Formation, are going to look a little like, let's see if we can find one around here. There's got to be a couple of them. Oh yeah, I see a couple. Bonus, here we go. Are going to be like this rhyolite here. You're going to see all these rhyolites in the Mount Soledad Formation. You might notice that the script formation, Mount Soledad Formation, seem to be actually fairly almost conformable on top of each other. They almost sort of grade into something fairly nice. Whereas below that unconformity, you're seeing a different kind of rock. You're seeing something a bit more like this rock. Both these are round. Here we go. This is our granite. See the big crystals of potassium feldspar, these case bar, they're kind of peach paint color. Yeah, that's what you're finding in that lower layer. So these both look like roundish looking rocks that make a conglomerate, but they're actually sourced from very different places. And so what you're seeing is the upper conglomerate with this stuff reflects the time when we had the vast Ballena River bringing sediment from hundreds of miles away, including northwest Sonora, Mexico. This is back before we had a Mount Laguna, before we had an Imperial Valley, before we had a San Andreas Fault. These are inclusions, and they eroded from a very far away place. The inclusions in your lower layer down here, however, are a completely different entity. These are from local mountains, and they look a heck of a lot like granites we find are local. This looks a heck of a lot like something I'd see up around Lake Morena or something like that. This reflects the time much earlier when there was a ring of mountains very close to the coastline. And everything you're seeing here and the stuff in the lower conglomerate layer is from that layer in the lower there is from this locally sourced volcanic rocks, or igneous rocks, from that chain of mountains that was eroding away. But by the time this arrived, much of that chain of mountains had been so eroded away that you had rivers coming from much more distant sources, and this area was sort of a broad coastal plain. So you start to get windows into like not only what the local area looked like, but what the region might have looked like by comparing different things within your sedimentary rock. Different inclusions. Cool. All right, over.